Music distributors. Action. Hello lovelies, I'm Courtney Bonds. Welcome to my channel. I'm a singer-songwriter and I love to share so much information about the music industry, especially as I grow and learn. So today I want to talk about music distributors and the things that you should know about them. This will help you understand how to get your songs uploaded on Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, Apple Music, all of the major streaming platforms, how to do it and what you should know about these distributors. So hang tight. First, who and what are music distributors or digital aggregators? According to this definition, which I'm going to place somewhere on the screen, music distribution makes recorded music available to the public. Through a system of contracts and payments, distributors grant record stores, online download platforms, and streaming services the rights to purchase and resell an artist's music. What this means, in layman's terms, is that music distributors provide platforms that allows you to upload your music to music platforms. These platforms include, just like I mentioned, Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Pandora, Amazon, TikTok, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Deezer, and probably about 100 to 200 other smaller stores that you may have not even heard of yet. These distributors also collect 100% royalties of your sound recordings, and depending on the distributor, they'll collect composition royalties as well. Note that while some of the distributors do not collect a commission, some of them do. So that's probably going to be part of your strategy when you're looking for which distributor is best for you. Even though they collect royalties for you, they will not and do not own the rights to your music. That is yours. We know that it's your baby and you've worked on it and it is yours. You'll fully retain the rights to your music if you use these streaming services. So the next question would naturally be, well, do I have to use them? Can I just upload it myself? No, you can't, unfortunately. With the exception of Apple Music, I believe, has some requirements where you can upload directly, but it really is something that is for a lot of indie artists, especially just starting out. I think in order for you to upload directly to Apple Music, you have to have like 40 albums or something ridiculous. It's a like huge number of songs and albums that you have to directly upload. So it's the easiest way and the quickest way to get your music out there is to go through one of these digital aggregators or music distributors. There are a ton of different distributors to choose from. So if you decide that you want to use different distributors for different releases, you can do that. However, you cannot use different distributors for the same songs or the same albums. Say for instance, I have my song Yours and I use DistroKid to upload my song to different platforms using DistroKid. And I can't use DistroKid and go over to CD Baby and upload Yours there. It's just going to be, it's going to cause a mess. So you pick one, you stick to it. And if for some reason you want to change that later on and re-release that music through a different distributor, you have that option as well. So who are these distributors? I just named two, but let's go through a few of them and some points that you should know. They all provide the same basic service, which is uploading your music to music streaming platforms, but they differ a little bit in what those services are exactly. And yes, you do have to pay fees in order to use these services. Let's start with the big dog, CD Baby. CD Baby has been around for a very, very long time, and they are one of the biggest distributors in the industry by far. To upload your music, a single starts at $9.95 per single and $29 for a standard album. That's a standard album and a standard single. On the upside, they do not have yearly fees, which is great for a lot of folks. They offer physical distribution. So if you want to have CDs and vinyls, they offer that service. And they offer publishing through CD Baby Pro. Another major plus is that they collect sound exchange royalties for you. On the downside, they take a 9% commission. So if you don't want anyone touching your money and you want it going straight to you, this may not be the service for you. You will also need a UPC code for each single and each album. And because you need that, you are charged $5 per single and $20 per album for those said UPCs. Sorry about that, thought my phone was off. Okay, moving on to DistroKid. I use DistroKid and I have not had any issues with those guys. I know that some people have had issues before with their music either being taken down or some other things going on. But I will say that if you do a little bit of research on each of these companies, all of them, you know, have some type of issues that they've run into sometime in the past. So I think it's best to do a little bit more reading on whichever one you feel is best for your music. So DistroKid allows you unlimited uploads, singles or albums, for $19.99 per year. That's for one artist though. If you go up different artists, there's different tiers, or multiple artists, there's going to be different tiers. So just pay attention to that. But if you are a singular indie artist, it's going to be $19.99 per year. On the upside, their website is user-friendly, very easy to get through and upload everything yourself. They also offer revenue splitting, which is a lot easier when you have multiple people on a track, and they do not take commissions. On the downside, they charge additional fees for adding your releases to new stores, and those are new stores that they are adding along the way. They also charge an additional fee to add your song to Shazam. And if you're not familiar with Shazam, it is an app in which you are able to pretty much just hit a button and let your device listen to a song that's playing, and it will identify that for you. So that service is offered, but they offer it at an additional cost. They also don't work with a publishing company to collect your composition royalties. You'd have to work with Tunecore Publishing or Song Trust as well to get those composition royalties. It's not a major thing, but it is something to note if you don't want to do those additional steps to collect your composition royalties. Man, I am just all over the place today. Probably because I've been recording multiple videos. I don't know. Anyways. Okay, the next one is Ditto. I've not used Ditto yet, but I've heard good things about Ditto. Like DistroKid, Ditto allows you to upload unlimited music for $19.99 per year. Again, for one artist. On the upside, they do not take a commission. They have a quick payout and very useful pre-release services. And that's, you know, when you are about to release a single or you may want to advertise or you need links, they have very useful services for that. They also provide Vevo music distribution. And Vevo, if you go onto YouTube, you'll see a lot of these major videos have Vevo on there. So if that's something you're interested in, Ditto may be someone to look at. Another major upside for them is that they provide a setup package if you want to set up a record label. So they help you set it up there, which I did look into, and I thought that the packages that they offered were pretty good, especially if you're going in that direction and you want your own record label. On the downside, Ditto, from what I read, has very, very expensive additional fees for different services. You do not get immediate verification on platforms either. When you go through DistroKid, you get immediate verification. I believe also with CD Baby as well, but not with Ditto. Another major downside is that there have been numerous complaints about customer service. So if you're one of those folks that are like, you know, I'm gonna need to reach out and speak with someone, I'm not sure if Ditto is for you, but again, those upsides may trump the downsides for you. Next up is Tunecore. So the major names that I always hear people say, oh, I distribute through CD Baby or DistroKid, and the next one, Tunecore. Tunecore allows you to upload a single for $9.99 per year or an album at $29.99 per year. But then for subsequent years, it's $49.99 per year for those albums. On the upside, this is another distributor that does not take a commission. They also provide you with very good music analysis reports, and that may be helpful for someone who wants to really look further, a little bit deeper into how they can improve their strategy. And they have Tunecore Publishing, which, as we discussed, is not available with all of the distributors. On the downside, they take 20% of your YouTube commissions. I know, oh my God, 20%. Yeah, but I mean, it is a lot to a lot of people, especially for an indie artist, so it's something to consider. And as I mentioned, they have yearly fees. So again, if that's something where you're just wanting to upload something one time, then you know, it's a little bit different. And as you can see, kind of in comparison with a few of these that we already talked about, either you have unlimited uploads for $20 a year, or you upload at a higher cost for each single and each album, but you don't necessarily have yearly fees, with the exception of Tunecore that we just talked about, who has yearly fees. We also have a big major next to talk about, which is United Masters. As a lot of you already know, United Masters has partnered with TikTok, and TikTok is a huge platform for independent artists to just be themselves and showcase themselves. It's a lovely, lovely platform for people to get on and learn and grow. On the upside with United Masters, if for some reason you don't have any of the money to put up front, there are no upfront costs with United Masters to upload your music, which is huge for a lot of people. And they also have a mobile app. I mean, a few of the others have mobile apps as well, but you know, it could be helpful for you. Because United Masters does not charge anything up front for you, they have to charge something on the back end, which means on the downside, they take 10% of your revenue. A few honorable mentions as far as distributors go. You have AWOL, Lander, Songtrader, Symphonic, and Sounddrop. So 4 major things to look for when you're considering upfront and overall cost. I know I just said this, but how much is it going to cost you to initially upload your music? How much is it going to cost you over the next few years to keep that music on those different platforms? Because we work hard for our art, we work hard to create, and the last thing that you want to do is upload music and it's up there for a little bit, and then, you know, something happens and it's pulled from there. Now you've got your numbers all skewed and things like that. You don't want that. So that's one major thing to look for. Secondly, how many stores do they deliver to? Some of the distributors only distribute to like 30 major stores. Some of them distribute to 100. Others distribute to 200 plus stores, small ones that you never even heard of. So it's up to you to decide, do I want my songs just in a few major stores? Do I want them way across the gamut to reach a lot of people? You know, because a lot of people around the world are in different areas. They use different types of apps, or different types of apps are popular in their area that may not be popular in other countries. So that's something to consider. Number 3, how long will your music remain on those platforms? Like I said, is it one of those things where if you don't pay this fee, they're going to pull your music down from those platforms? Or is it X amount of time that you'll have? Or is it forever that your music is going to be available on those platforms? So that is something to look for sure. How long is your music going to be on those platforms once you upload it using that distributor? And number 4, how legitimate is the company? So the ones that I've discussed today have been around for a long time. They are trusted companies, with the exception of, you know, a few complaints here and there about how they do a few things with their services. But if you're looking for a distributor, the last thing that you want to do is, you know, give all of your songs over to someone, because obviously there are terms and conditions that you still have to go through. But you don't want to give all of your songs over to a company that may not be trusted. So I would look for a company that is established, well established, understands how the distribution works, understands how to get your music in stores pretty easily. So I give more tips in my how to get started in the music industry video, so take a click there and let me know what topic you're interested in delving into next. Thanks so much, lovelies. Bye.